Right, 23 February 2026. Right, guys, ndine update iri kuratidza kuti there is a division between people in government regarding 2030. Right, pa 2030 apo pakaipa. There is a division yakakura zvisingaiti so. And there also reports that Ziyambi Ziyambi traveled to Kenya to meet Professor Jonathan Moyo vachitaura nezve constitutional change. I think ipapapo pane reports atakaona akawanda anoratidza kuti these people met and there were some travel documents that were leaked on social media platforms. I think some of you already know about that. And there you see a tweet from Professor Jonathan Moyo, complain about that. Saka, let's see what Prof. Jonathan Moyo said. Zvinokuratidza izvozvo kuti hakuna kumira mushe. So the tweet yamuri kuona apo iyo yakanzi Sunday reflection, right, says that it says mina ndinyatso verenga that tweet ndichinyatso kuratidza ikuti chii chiri kuitika ipapapo, right, says it beggars belief that a respected VVIP at a respected state intelligence institution would be so reckless to abuse their position and fabricate a foolish story and package it for peddling by social media desperados as hot intelligence from a VVIP source that some allegedly and dungeon somewhere in Somalia has allegedly been smuggled in and out of the motherland to allegedly fix an alleged crumbling constitutional amendment bill, which nevertheless everyone knows is transparently given a thumbs up by the Cabinet Committee on Legislation before it was transparently approved by Cabinet and transparently gazetted by the Speaker of the National Assembly only 5 days ago, and will continue to be available for public debate and scrutiny over the next 85 days before it is debated in Parliament and processed there as required by the Constitution. And Jonathan Moyo, there is some pushback that is happening. There is a pushback here, 2030. There are quite a lot of divisions. CIOs warned Mnangagwa on this by issuing a report that was given to him on the 17th of February 2026. In this report, Mnangagwa was warned that a lot of people aren't in support of the 2030 presidential term extension. That includes a lot of constituencies within ZANU-PF, including the war veterans that we have seen taking challenging the constitutional amendments to court. We have also seen in the army that there are lots of people there who do not agree with the 2030 term extension, and we have seen that they have been given cars, for them to support the 2030 term extension. In several tweets that we've seen online, suggesting that army generals have been given a lot of money and cars so that they support the 2030 agenda. Right. Now, also looking at General Chiwenga, I think if you look here, General Chiwenga, that was on the National Youth Day, when Mnangagwa and Chiwenga attended this at Igava. And you remember that, and you can clearly see that the general is not happy. I mean, if you look at the general sitting very far away from the president, you can see that he's not happy. Look at him. There he is. Akapfeka chiskafa icho. He's not happy at all. Right. It's very clear. No one needs to tell you about how happy he is or not. That is very clear. Right. Reports and political commentary circulating in Zimbabwe suggest that President Emmerson Mnangagwa may face significant institutional resistance if he were to pursue a constitutional extension of his term beyond 2028 without following formal legal procedures such as referendum. While such claims often emerge in politically charged environments, the broader constitutional and political context help explain why any attempt at extending presidential tenure would likely encounter serious obstacles. In my constituencies esandataura ayo ari kuzviramba izvozvo izvo. So Zimbabwe's 2013 constitution clearly limits the presidents to 2 5-year terms. Mnangagwa, who assumes office in 2017 following the military-assisted transition that removed former President Robert Mugabe, subsequently secured electoral victories in 2018 and 2023. Under the current constitutional framework, his tenure is expected to end in 2028. Amending presidential term limits would require constitutional changes, and depending on the nature of those changes, could necessitate a national referendum. You see, I think I think mnyama waitika ndokuti because is in 2026, it's no longer possible to lie to the people. I mean, even Uganyepa, people will just tell you that this is not it. And Zaitona Mugabe Zazia, of course, it can be done, but vanhu vanenge vakuzviziva chero zvose zviri kuitika zvese kuti chakuti you see, that's why muchizoona vamwe vanhu vachizoti kana manje nyika yachinja kwakupinda another government or another leader, vamwe vanhu vanenge in exile. It's not expected kuti tione vamwe vanhu vachienda kuexile because of what they are doing now. Ngatione nyika ichiita zvakanaka, ichichinjwa vanhu power zvakanaka, smooth transition ichiitika, although tichiziva zvedu kuti Zimbabwe haina smooth transition yatakambo experience, but we expect it to change so that we can get the Ngikiri. Right, speculation about internal resistance, whether from the Central Intelligence Organization, senior government departments, or elements within the security services such as the army, reflects sensitive balance of power that has historically characterized Zimbabwean politics. The events of 2017 remain a powerful reminder of how shifts within state institutions and the ruling party can decisively shape leadership outcomes. In that instance, division within ZANU-PF and interventions by military led to Mugabe's resignation after nearly 4 decades in office. This is what people don't want to repeat, to see someone achigara for 4 decades in power. Those if key institutions were to withhold support for a term extension initiative, it would complicate any effort to alter constitution provisions. In Zimbabwe's political structure, constitutional amendments require parliamentary approval by a 2/3 majority. Certain provisions, particularly those affecting executive term limits or fundamental rights, may require approval through a referendum. Organizing such a referendum would involve the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, parliamentary processes, and broad political mobilization, none of which can function effectively without at least tacit cooperation from state institutions. Right. So, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section regarding these matters.